Welcome back to the channel, Rider X Garage. If you're someone who loves long rides, rugged terrain, and motorcycles built for real adventure, then today's video is tailor-made for you. We're diving deep into the 2026 Yezdi Adventure, and trust me, there's a lot to unpack here. Stick around till the end because we'll cover everything from the looks to the engine performance and pricing. Alright, let's kick things off with the first impression. The Yezdi Adventure has always been designed to make a bold statement, and the 2026 edition stays true to its rugged roots while refining a few things to stand out on both highways and trails. Right up front, the bike commands attention. The circular LED headlamp now comes with improved illumination, and a more defined DRL ring that gives it a sharper, aggressive face. Above that sits a taller, adjustable windscreen, which not only looks purposeful but also adds a lot of value when you're cruising at high speeds. The front mudguard has been redesigned slightly for better protection against slush and gravel, and the front forks come with fork gaiters that offer a touch of old-school charm mixed with genuine utility. Moving to the side profile, and this is where the Adventure lives up to its name. It's tall, muscular, and upright, with a commanding stance that screams off-road capability. The high ground clearance and long travel suspension are not just for show. This machine is built to tackle rough patches with ease. The new 2026 model now features a slightly more contoured fuel tank, which not only looks sleeker but also improves rider grip during off-road sections. The tank extensions add to the visual bulk while channeling airflow. The tubular split frame is exposed just enough to keep that rugged, industrial look intact. And let's not miss the tank capacity is still sitting at around 15.5 liters, which is decent for touring. There's also a newly designed bash plate offering better protection for the engine casing when things get gnarly. From the rear, the Yezdi Adventure keeps it simple but functional. The LED tail lamp is compact, but it's bright and visible, and the indicators are now mounted higher, which helps when you're wading through trails. One major improvement is the revised luggage rack system. It's sturdier and has more mounting points for saddlebags or even a top box. That makes a real difference for anyone planning to use this as a touring companion. The exhaust placement remains upswept, giving good clearance and a throaty exhaust note without being too loud. Now, let's talk about where the Yezdi Adventure really proves itself on the road and off it. The 2026 model continues with the single-cylinder 334cc liquid-cooled engine, but it's been retuned slightly for better mid-range torque. You're looking at around 30.2 PS of power and 29.9 Newton meters of torque, which is distributed pretty evenly across the rev range. The throttle response feels crisper, especially in the 3000 to 6000 RPM band, which is where most riders will spend their time during touring. The 6-speed gearbox remains the same but with better shift feel and smoother engagement. The slipper clutch has also been improved, and you feel that difference during aggressive downshifts on twisty descents. Handling-wise, the 2026 Yezdi Adventure benefits from some subtle suspension tweaks. The telescopic front forks now come with revised damping, and the monoshock at the rear has better rebound, offering a more planted feel even when the road disappears. On tarmac, the bike feels stable and confident, especially at triple-digit speeds. Off the road, it's nimble enough to inspire confidence for intermediate riders, though beginners might take some time to get used to its height. Braking duties are handled by disc brakes at both ends, with dual-channel ABS as standard, and the front brake now has slightly more bite, which was one of the complaints from previous models. Yezdi has also paid attention to the rider interface. The digital instrument cluster is now clearer and comes with Bluetooth connectivity. You get turn-by-turn navigation, call alerts, and ride statistics, all accessible via a more intuitive switchgear setup. One new feature that's been a welcome addition is the USB charging port, which is now waterproof and better placed. Let's touch on the ergonomics quickly. The seat height remains tall at around 815 mm, but the revised seat cushioning is noticeably more comfortable on long rides. Pillion comfort has also improved slightly, and the foot peg placement feels just right for touring. The handlebars are wide and now sit a little higher with stock risers, making standing and riding much easier on trails. Now, when it comes to pricing, the 2026 Yezdi Adventure sits in that sweet spot of offering great value for its class. The base variant starts around a superscript 12.25 lakhs ex showroom, and the fully loaded version with all accessories and optional features like panniers and crash guards comes close to a superscript 12.60 lakhs. Given what you're getting, a proper adventure tourer with solid build quality, decent tech, and real-world usability, it's hard to complain about the price tag. So, who is this bike really for? If you're someone who's just getting into the adverb segment, or even a seasoned rider looking for a secondary machine that can take a beating on rough terrain, the Yezdi Adventure makes a lot of sense. It's not pretending to be a hardcore enduro, nor is it a soft roader dressed in rugged clothes. It sits comfortably in the middle, offering just the right balance for the Indian roads and occasional off-road fun. Wrapping this up, Yezdi has done a commendable job refining the Adventure in its 2026 avatar. It's not a revolutionary change, but it's an intelligent evolution of a platform that was already quite capable. Better comfort, better electronics, small but meaningful design updates, and a more responsive engine setup. It may not be the fastest or the flashiest adverb out there, but it's honest, reliable, and ready to ride here, whether that's through city traffic, mountain passes, or dusty trails. Thanks a lot for sticking around. If you found this review helpful, do give it a thumbs up, drop a comment with your thoughts on the 2026 Yezdi Adventure, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more in-depth bike reviews. Ride safe, and I'll catch you in the next one.